Hey guys, so today I'm filming an exciting video. I'm going to be filming a tutorial. I have not filmed a tutorial in what feels like forever, and this is going to be my go-to summer makeup look. So it will be a full face tutorial, and it is going to be a long video because I will be talking through it. I will have all the products listed and linked in the description box, and as you can see, I have already done my brows. I will have all of those products listed down below as well, so let's just get started. So my first step is to apply my primers. I have the Makeup Forever Step 1 Equalizer in the Mattifying Primer and the Smashbox Photo Finish Pore Minimizing Primer. I use a combination of both of these, and I start with the Makeup Forever and I apply this in the center of my forehead right above my brows. I apply some of this to my temples and my chin, and I also apply some to the side of my nose, and those are just all the oily areas on my face. This is definitely not a primer that you want to apply all over, only in your target oily areas. So then I'm going to take the Smashbox Pore Minimizing Primer and pat this into my large pores, which for me are really just on the sides of my nose, and they are pretty deep. So this is my favorite primer to really help fill them and diminish the look of them. So now for foundation, I'm actually mixing two different foundations to get my perfect match. First, I am using the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus in the shade number 20 and the Hard Candy Glamoflague in the shade Porcelain. So in this little jar here is all I have left of my Makeup Forever foundation. So I'm going to be mixing these on the back of my hand to create my perfect match. So here's what the mixture looks like on the back of my hand. Now I'm just going to dot it all over my face. And I really love mixing these formulas together as well. The Makeup Forever is a medium coverage, buildable to full, and so is the Hard Candy, and they both do a really nice job with keeping me matte. So by mixing the color, I'm getting a really nice combination of shades and formula. So now I'm just going to blend out that foundation with my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion sponge. And a sponge can tend to shear out the coverage a little bit, but really I just want to make sure I have a nice airbrushed appearance. I don't want it to look too cakey on my skin since it is summer. Next, I'm going to take my MAC ProLongwear Concealer in the shade NC15 and apply this onto any blemishes I might have. And then I just blend that out with my sponge as well. You could pat it out with a brush or your finger. It's really up to you. So now I'm going to highlight my under eyes in the center of my face with the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Brightener. And I love the sponge that comes on here. I think it does such a great job of applying the product. This is my holy grail favorite product for highlighting. So I'm just taking it in the center of my face and then in the upside down triangle under my eyes to really help brighten and lift. Then I'm going to use the pointed side of my Real Technique sponge to blend this out. And I'm just patting. So now I'm going to set my under eyes with my current combo of the Wet n Wild Fergie Mattifying Take on the Day powder and my MAC Shaping Powder in the shade Emphasize. And I'm going to be applying that with the e.l.f. Small Tapered Brush. So first I'm going to take the Wet n Wild powder, which is a dupe for the NARS Translucent Crystal Light Reflecting Setting Powder pressed, and it performs way better. You don't have that awful film on the top like you do with the NARS. What I love about this powder is that you only need a tiny amount to set your face, which is awesome, especially if you have dry skin, because I tend to really pack on the powder and I don't need to with this product. So now I'm going to take my MAC Shaping Powder and Emphasize with the same brush and apply this under my eyes as well to aid in the brightening effect. So because my face is so high maintenance, I not only have to use 2 different foundations, but 2 different powders to get my perfect match. So I have the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless Powder in 100 Translucent, and the L'Oreal True Match in the shade W1 Porcelain. So I'm going to be mixing those 2 together to set my entire face with the e.l.f. powder brush. So now moving on to bronzer, I am using the Bourjois Chocolate Bronzer in the shade number 51, which looks like this, and I'm going to be applying it with my e.l.f. stippling brush. So I like to swirl my brush in here, tap off the excess, and use this bronzer to do the E3 around the perimeters of my face. And this bronzer is a bit warm toned for me, so I can only use it in the summertime. But it is a really nice matte bronzer, and it does come in 2 shades. I believe the shade 52 is a little bit more neutral undertone. Then I'm going to take a little bit more of this product and apply it to my neck just to help everything blend. So now for contour, I'm using the Slate Contour Kit in Light and my Sigma F05 small contour brush. And as you can see, this contour is a little bit more warm tone, but it isn't too orange. I think this is the perfect contour for me in the summertime. And I'm just picking up a little bit of this product and tapping off the excess. This is a very, very pigmented color, and I'm just going to apply this in the hollows of my cheeks. So I'm starting from my ear and working towards the corner of my mouth, and then using small circular motions blending back towards my hairline. So for blush, I'm going to be using MAC's Hypness, which is a frost finish. This came out in the Wash and Dry collection of this summer, and I will be applying that with my Sigma F15 Duo Fiber Blush Brush. So I like to use this brush with blushes that are a bit more pigmented, which this one is, and then I'm just applying that right over top of where I applied my contour. And I absolutely love this color. It is in between a watermelon pink and a pink coral. I absolutely love it. So it isn't super, super unique, but yet I don't have an exact match in my collection. If I can find this online, I will link it for you guys so you can purchase it for yourself. It is an amazing color. So for highlighter, I will be using this Estee Lauder Pure Color Illuminating Cheek Gelée in the shade Heat Wave, which is not a unique color anymore. There are a ton of brands who have a dupe for this. I will have them listed down below so you guys can check out some other alternatives, because this was a limited edition product. And I will be applying it with my Real Techniques setting brush. I am just applying this powder to the top of my cheekbones, and this is a really nice light gold highlight that is very, very metallic, which is what I need because I'm so fair, is a metallic highlight, so it actually shows up on my skin. But because I am oily, I only apply a highlighter to the top of my cheekbones, not the center of my face. So to finish off the face, I'm going to be using my Real Techniques blush brush to blend out all of my cheek products so I don't have any harsh lines. So now we are all done with the face, and I will zoom you in for the eyes. So first for the eyes, I'm going to start with my eyeshadow primer. This is the Milani eyeshadow primer, which is my favorite. Way better than every single high-end primer that I've tried. So I'm just going to be applying that from lash line to brow bone. Then I'm going to take the shade Naked from my Urban Decay Naked Original palette and my Sigma E40 Tapered blending brush and apply this as a transition shade to help my other colors blend more easily, and this also will give some definition to my eye. So just windshield wiper motions back and forth. Next, I'm taking the shade Buck from the Urban Decay Naked Original palette and my Sigma E25 blending brush and applying this in my crease. So now I'm applying this right in the socket of my crease. These eyeshadows are really nice, pigmented, and blendable. They're a great warm tone color to really complement the rest of this makeup. So next I'm going to go back in with my Sigma E40 and blend out the crease color just a little bit. Then I'm going to highlight my brow bone with the Wet n Wild Single in the shade Brulee and my Sigma E45 small taper blending brush. So this is my favorite matte cream shadow to highlight my brow bone. It is only 99 cents and it's amazing. This matte formula is incredible. I really wish Wet n Wild had more matte colors besides this one and the shade Panther, which is a super intense matte black. So now for my lid, I'm going to be using the Maybelline Color Tattoo and Bad to the Bronze and my Mary Kay Cream Eye Color Brush and applying this all over my lid. So just picking some of this product up on the brush, I'm going to paint it directly on the lid and up to the crease, but not going past it. So now I'm going to apply one more layer on my lid, but I'm going to apply it with my finger. So then I'm just going to pat this on the lid, and it really helps the color become much more pigmented and metallic. So then I'm going to take a little bit more eyeshadow primer, and I'm going to apply it underneath of my lower lash lines. Then I'm going to be taking ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Ibiza, and I'm going to apply this on my lower lash line. I usually use a sponge tip applicator, but I forgot to bring one, so I'm going to try to apply it with this Q-tip. But sponge tip applicators work really, really well with the ColourPop shadows. And I'm just going to smudge it right along my lower lash line for a really nice pop of color. So then for my upper lash line, I'm going to be using the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in the shade Bourbon, which is a neutral tone brown with some golden shimmer. So I am just applying this right to the lash line. I'm not going to be winging it out or anything. I just want to help define the lash line. So then I'm going to set that brown liner with my CQ Single in the shade Bark, which is a deep dark matte brown. I do believe this has been discontinued, but you can definitely find a similar shade from a million other brands. And I'm going to be applying it with the angled side of the Revlon dual-ended smoky eye brush. And then I'm just going to run this over top of the liner to help set it and make it even more intense. So next, to help brighten, I'm going to be using my Rimmel Exaggerate eyeliner in the nude in my waterline. So next for mascara, I'm using the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara, which looks like this. So those are the eyes all complete, and now I'm going to be applying my lip color, which is the ColourPop Lippy Stick in the shade Fiesta, which is a cream finish, and this is part of their current summer collection. So guys, this is the final look. I know that this is a very high maintenance routine, but it has been my go-to summer look, so I hope that you guys enjoy this. And like I said, I will have all the products listed and linked in the description box down below. I would love it if you guys left me a comment letting me know your go-to summer look or your go-to summer products. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.